Yes, my Jamaican people, welcome to the Young Police, to the Jamaican Young Police channel. This is Detective Porter, an experienced police officer of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, who is about to educate you with facts and not propaganda or hyperbole. For the governments, its minions, or the criminals alike. I am not here to support the criminals or their supporters, whom I do believe that criminals must live in fear for their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. You know, when people are afraid of going outside, that's how criminals are supposed to be feeling. Every time, whenever they wake up, they're supposed to be thanking God to see another day. Because criminals, they're supposed to be under immense stress. Criminals' life must not be a comfortable one. Those of you who know me know that I support what is right and not who is right. So basically, because of that, I have a lot of distractors. You understand? I am a crime fighter, so whatever to get the job done, I am for it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I don't believe it's not who is right, but what is right. Sometimes you have to just do the things to make the people safe. That's how it is. That's pretty much that's a war. That's how war is won. You understand? You cannot win war by fighting war. Fear. And as usual, I am on a campaign trying to win the hearts and souls of members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, especially the young men and young women, for them to migrate from the police force. When I say migrate from the police force, I'm talking migrate from Jamaica itself. So when you leave the police force, you leave Jamaica, and leave it to the corruptors down there. Or even civilians alike, meaning that the police officers serving in the police force are, ex-police officers who live in abroad that can help them. You understand? The latter are not thieves or supporting criminals. I'm a former detective who used to work at Onsmere Police Station, Kingston 11, where I spent most of my career fighting criminals on the streets of St. Andrew South police area, especially in the Onsmere and Olympic Gardens police area. As it's an ongoing war to keep the Jamaican people safe. These people that we are protecting, if that night, these ungrateful people don't understand that it's a police why they are safe, because in the nights, that's when these parasites comes out, like vampires, and that's how most of the time in these little lane, the police get encounter with them because they are about to leave their community to invade another community, commit crime, and the police is the one who's the buffer between them and the other community. I want you to look at the photograph, and if you recognize these men in the photo, you know that we used to work with Detective Inspector Gunter. I won't post any photograph of Detective Inspector Gunter because he's an active detective and I am protecting his identity. I'm here to address a matter that has to do with a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and his name is Detective Inspector Gunter, who is stationed at Onsmere Police Station, Kingston 11. Today is Friday, August 13. People, this is Friday the 13th, 2021. And I want you to watch this video in its entirety. When I'm through, I will elaborate. Watch it. If not, watch it twice. Because sometimes we miss an important part of a video, and each person will see it from their perspective or conjure things that weren't said or what they have seen. Watch it, and I'll come back and give you my take.
Good afternoon, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness. Sir, I have a problem, and I think you need to deal with this problem. I can't understand, say, a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force can be so disrespectful to a person that he doesn't even know. Mr. Prime Minister, I came at the Hunts Bay. I went to the Hunts Bay police station today. to do a drop off. There was a police officer in the car I was dropping off at the Huntsville station. She told me to come around the back. I was in the car with she and my cousin. When we came around the back, there were 2 cars behind us. 2 of the same type of cars, 2 Probox. I was in front, so I put my window down just to beckon to the person in the car behind to say that I'm going to reverse because I'm not staying. So I'm going to reverse to the wall to let them pass so that I can come out. To my surprise, the person said to me, what the pussy cart you do around there? So the way the man started dealing with me, me shocked. Me couldn't believe me. I wonder what. Even my cousin.
I thought it was a joke.
My cousin was sitting in the car. And she said, if it's somebody I know, if it was a joke.
While the police officer is here stunned that an inspector, what's his name? Ruben Gunter, would speak to someone like that. You do not know the person. Why would you speak to someone like that if you're a professional and you're actually a citizen that's supposed to protect us? Why are you making us fear the police? We should not be afraid of the police. You understand what I'm saying? And that was very disrespectful. You don't know who was in the car. The car was tinted. You don't know who it was. And sure enough, an officer was in here and saw that disgusting behavior. Because that was just disgusting and awful.
The officer in here could not believe. She said, just wait, let me see what is going to happen. She could not believe. And I could not believe when I went inside and found out that this was an inspector of police. That is a big shame.
An investigation needs to be conducted in regards to who was in the car with that person, with Mr. Rubin, because they can attest to his behavior.
Yes, they can. They can. And if there's a camera behind here, you can pull up that camera too. Me couldn't believe when the man started dealing with me for no reason at all.
Disgusting.
And then on top of that, he gonna say to the person in the car, block him right there. The man a deal with me like me a criminal. Me just pull down the window. He said to the man, say, me I go reverse. So because me no want him block me in, because me not stay. It's just a drop off. And this is how the man behave. Inspector of police.
And evidently, you could show them outside, can't? Evidently, they're blocked in. Okay?
Yeah, we still blocked in. By the 2 cars. By the 2 cars, we still blocked in. This is it. The Huntsville police station. The Huntsville police station. We still blocked in. For no reason at all. For no reason at all. If I say you did, then if I say you deal with people, you can't deal with people like that. Did the man done?
Now that you have watched the video in its entirety, what do you think of these women calling out and requesting the Prime Minister, St. Andrew Holiness, to address an issue with Detective Inspector Ruben Gunter? What do you think? These women are from the ghetto, or want to portray themselves as someone from the ghetto, because it's a badge of honor now for people to behave obnoxious and in a belligerent manner. And that's what they were doing. They know how to get attention and sympathy from educated people. So everyone is making videos asking for the Prime Minister intervention. Some asking for help, they want jobs. Some asking for money to start bar and all kind of stuff. Some of them making videos, sending out indirect insult to him, telling him all kind of things, which is, I won't repeat here, trying to get attention of powerful people. Because it is the police, they may get some attention, hopefully not. Jamaican people know that the police are the most hated people in Jamaica. The Jamaican people know that. The dons, the murderers, the robbers, the shatters, the thieves, the rapists are loved by most of the populace. Most of the people in Jamaica, they see no evil, hear no evil, because they are afraid of these people. These dons and murderers think that it's love people love them, innit? But they don't know it's because of fear, because they want to live. You understand? Growing up as a little boy, who was born and raised in Jonestown, Kingston 12 and Concrete Jungle, the police are the people that you are taught to hate by the people in your community. And the media, JBC, especially JBC, everything that is to hate the police, yeah, JBC, back in the days, JBC is the one that would feed it. So, for years they have been spreading the propaganda and using the media, to do all of that. So, the easiest way for you to become popular, revered, celebrated, lauded, loved, and put out on pedestal in Jamaica is to be a police antagonist. Your rise to prominence is imminent and it's guaranteed. Any lies that you can tell on the police, especially now and since the 1990s, you understand? It is believable by the people because some of, or I should say most of the Jamaican people have no conscience. They are illiterate, indisciplined, and do not believe in the rule of law or how to behave in public. So I know that for Gunter to be talking to these ladies, they were in a restricted area at the police station. Maybe they don't like his tone. So to had a little, because these people know how to market things, they are all criminal-minded people. It doesn't matter if they have police, because a lot of police in the police force in Jamaica are criminals. I used to work with police who are thieves. And even at the same back of the station that these women were, it was a policeman that brought mechanic there, and they scrapped how many cars around there. By the time, one night when they went around here, it was pretty much 4 people jumping over the fence. You understand what I'm saying, with car parts, and so they were at the wrong place. You understand? We know that these people, Jamaican people, most of them, they are liars. They have no decency and truthfulness. That's non-existent in these people's thought process. I know Detective Inspector Ruben Gunter, going 33 years, and I trust this one with my life. Any day, any night, anywhere, anytime. However, I want you guys to listen to me carefully. That what these women are echoing and saying about this one, using indecent language and explicitives to them, is not a part of this man's character. That is not in his vocabulary, because that's not him at all. Gunther is a man who believes in using the Queen's language, or talk to you as a Jamaican in a decent way. That's the kind of man he is. Why do I say this? I have worked with him for most of my life when I was a police officer. I can attest to his character. You understand? Gunther and I and others used to work on a special squad at Huntsville Police Station for over 10 years. Whole heap of years that. Gunter don't use colorful language to talk to people. That's not Gunter. You understand? Gunter is a very respectable man. When he doesn't, Gunter don't treat people as if he's better than them because they are from a certain zip code or postal code. He treats them as human beings. You understand? If it was me, for those who want to be in that restricted area, maybe I would arrest them. I'll charge them for something, trespassing or something, because if it's a restricted area and you are not allowed to go around there, that means, they should have been detained or something of the sort. Because who knows, remember that it was the same time they had 2 murderers escape from Huntsville Police Station, You understand? So they were at the wrong place. But then they don't care, you know. These people just want to do what they want to do, and you know they're talking about is a public. They're supposed to be protecting them. Yes, but they must be respectful, and they must see that there's a sign there. It says restricted area. Restricted means you do not enter without permission. But you know that is Jamaican people. You know, wrong is right and right is double right. They are always right. That's how these people behave all the time. You know, I wanted to listen to this policeman communicating with these people in the garrison, in the ghetto, and I will elaborate when I'm done.
Control aggression alone can blood clot run Jamaica. When you're too nicey, you know what? Sorry, ma'am, hello, that them the thing they don't blood clot. So when government talk about say, come on here and be nice to people. Nice to what?
That's how people understand Patwa. You cannot be too nice to them, to these people. So you listen to that policeman. Because as you said that, you know, if you treat these people nice, you know, they're gonna treat you like dog. You understand? These people will treat you like dog if you're too nice. So, you know, Gunther, curse words, that's not even curse words, you understand? His words are like blood fire, my blouse and skirt, kiss me neck back, what the hell, your backside, and words that are mostly used by decent Jamaicans. And you know that this man is a very decent man. I can categorically tell you, the Jamaican people, that Detective Inspector Ruben Gunter is one of the most morally inclined, ethical, decent, honest, truthful police officer in the Jamaican Constabulary Force. He's an exemplary police officer. Working with him over the years, he has shown respect to every person, irrespective of their postal or zip code, gender, race, status, educational background, and he treats everyone equal. That is the man he is. If the police force have 3 Detective Ruben Gunter in every division, the Jamaican police force would be much better. Jamaica would have a model police force because there are men who you can't corrupt in any way. You can't bribe them or frighten them with money. Because his philosopher, he thinks too much. So these men will think too much of themselves. They respect themselves too much. And their family name also. They will be true Jamaican patriots. You understand? Who has given more than others to this country, Jamaica. Ruben Gunter has served the Jamaica Constabulary Force from Hurricane Gilbert in September. I seen him. So I knew this man from the Jamaica Police Academy, Twickenham Park, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, where we trained to become certified police officers. In 1995, LASCO started the police award named Jamaica's Top Cop, in Jamaica as a means to motivate and recognize Jamaican crime fighters. Detective Inspector Ruben Gunter was the first crime fighter to receive the Top Cop award. It was 3 of us from Unsby that was nominated for this award. Detective Inspector, at the time, Gunter was constable, myself and Donovan O'Connor, that they call Ox. It was 3 of us, and Gunter was the man that they selected to get the award. So he's the first crime fighter to receive the Top Cop Award. Anyway, after that, the Top Cop Award, it's not for crime fighters. You understand? When you're talking about name brand police, Gunther is a name brand police. You understand? But name brand police with clean record. You understand? You can never hear nobody say, this man is a thief or whatever. That's the kind of person he is. And police who have worked with this man know that, Gunther, he will help people, but he's not going to help nobody to his own detriment. You understand? So we were on the same team when he got the award. And, as team members, I and the others members of the team were very happy for him because he deserved the award. Because it's a reflection of all of us as team members. But he's the one that they chosen. You understand? And the team, we were very happy because he deserved it. And his deportment was a major factor. You understand? That contributed to his selection and eventually, winning the award. Some police officers love to hate him because Ruben Gunter, he's not an hypocrite. Ruben Gunter is not a thief. Ruben Gunter is not a drug dealer. Ruben Gunter is not a mule. You understand? Or a political activist for any of the political parties in Jamaica. You understand? He's a crime fighter. And he's the best the force has today. One of the best. Did you know that Detective Ruben Gunther is the first top cop in Jamaica who is not a gazetted police officer after he has done so many work? Yes. The reason why he's not a gazetted officer is that he's not affiliated with any drug dealers or political criminals or thieves or even the local dons. I knew police officers whose integrity can't compare with Gunther, and they are gazetted police officers today. You understand? There is even a police officer who's acting as a crime chief, who's a mule, who used to carry cocaine in his stomach to foreign, and he's acting as crime chief. You understand? Gunther is a good police officer. You understand? Gunther is a man who do not keep friends with people who associate with others who has questionable character. But those are the people who get promotion in the police force. Did you know that Gunther was shot 3 times on duty? And he had never received a national award for his bravery. Did you know how many nights Gunther sleeps in the Chinese cemetery and Mapen cemetery to catch serial murderers and rapists? Yes, most of the nights when people sleeping, you understand, most detectives not doing that because they used to look at us like we are idiots because they believe to come to work in white shirt and ties, sweet boy, and every minute they look in the mirror in the office and they fix the face and this and that. And we will come in, sweat up, wet and all kind of thing. You understand? So this man has done his due, But now, most of the people who are even in charge of Gunther, they have not even done a quarter of the job that he has done. So, there's nothing more qualified with experience. It's just a cronyism. What these women have said about Detective Gunther are lies based on figment of their imagination, sneaking attention from the Prime Minister. And it's lopsided. Not within reasoning and common sense. They are narcissistic, deprived-minded people trying to ruin a goodsman's name and career. But they will fail because that is not Gunther. His character is superior to most police officers in Jamaica. You understand? I know Gunther is a man He stands out as a police officer. I have worked with him and know his worth, ethics, his decent, his character and his attitude. He was always the detective who's not in any clique or gang. So that's why Gunther do not have a godfather. Because he has never been in any clique or gang. The man moral compass, decency and honesty and truthfulness is impeccable and match and stand out within Unspear Police here and its surroundings. Detective Ruben Gunter is the epitome of a police officer whose job description and how to interact with the public and police officers alike. He's always fair, decent, honest, and straightforward. You understand? I know that current and former police officer in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, they have solid, lied, spread propaganda about Detective Inspector Ruben Gunter's name because their motives are nefarious, criminals, political acts, bias, and most of all, indiscipline. Gunter is a very disciplined police officer. Whenever Gunter is coming to work, that man is always at least 45 minutes early. Yeah, and he's the last one who's leaving work. I don't know how him do it, but boy, that's the kind of person he is. You understand? Despite the hostile work environment that he and others have to work under, he has done more for Jamaica for the past 3 decades than most police officers ever dream. You understand? I can speak publicly about this man. When I speak, it's a truth about this dedicated police officer that I have known and worked with personally for many years. And I trust it. And I trust his judgment. Gunther don't let his biases or prejudice or favoritism get the better of him in his analysis of dissecting any issue. Many police officers do not like him. He's an independent thinker in every way and not an ideologue or blinded by relationships. As people of goodwill, which I assume some of you are, one must be consistent with their rhetoric and not biases. And partiality control their thought process by allowing a friendship to overshadow one's action. I will continue to defend Detective Gunther until there is evidence to refute what I'm saying about him. Because I know the man personally for close to 33 years, and he's not the kind of person that they are portraying him to be. They are trying to sully this man and try to tarnish this man. I can publicly say that this man's character, ethics, morality, operating without fear or affection, malice or ill will, is superior to most police officers, if not all, in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Detective Ruben Gunter is an asset to the police force, his co-worker, and the Jamaican people. He should have been a gazette rank police officer, but Gunter doesn't have any godfather or is beholden to anyone who is a part of the system. And when you are that kind of police officer that people cannot control, you know that your chance of elevation is slim to none. And that is why Gunther is a detective inspector and not the person who is an SSP in charge of an area or a division. Jamaica not producing people like Gunther anymore. And most of our young police officers that join in the police force now, most of them, they are trying to get rich by any means necessary. Anything. Things that was unthinkable, they are doing it now. Gunther is a cut above. Not only the rest, all of them. All of them. That's the kind of police officer he is. Thanks for watching and listening to the Jamaican Young Police channel. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment and click on the bell so that you can get the latest update. However, just let me know what you're thinking in the comments section or any little thing that you want me to address. Have yourself a nice day. All the best. Peace.